Can you hear me? Okay. All right, we're live. Well, actually, it's just on me. Hang on 1 second. All right. Can everybody hear me? Let's start with that. Hot dog. Yeah, no, I'm listening to it now. So the problem is, okay, I'm gonna do this and this. All right, House, say something.
Hi, everybody. Your music's loud on stream.
Is there an echo? Check 1 2.
I mean, no. No.
Can see and hear. Can hear, House.
No.
Yeah, I know. Serving hands. This is, yeah, I'm absolutely gun shy every time I try and do this now.
Hey, it's very important.
When asked why Wizards of the Coast reversed their decision on the OGL and turning 5.1 into Creative Commons, Wizards of the Coast CEO was quoted as saying, "I goofed up. I didn't even know there's other D&D type games out there. I don't even play D&D. I didn't know. I didn't know these nerds like rules. I messed up. I lost a lot of money. Oh, I messed up. I'm gonna try to do it again."
There is not a truer statement than that. There is not a truer statement. I can fix that. We can.
No, I
set that
got
up
you.
on my end.
I got you.
No, it's me.
It's already done.
It's me.
No, it was me. I had my browser source down to 50%.
You son of a bitch.
I know. It's okay. They can hear you now.
Do I have to
Hopefully.
play that again?
I mean, you know what? For good measure, let's just do it.
When asked why Wizards of the Coast reversed their decision on the OGL and turning 5.1 into Creative Commons, Wizards of the Coast CEO was quoted as saying, "I goofed up. I didn't even know there's other D&D type games out there. I don't even play D&D. I didn't know. I didn't know these nerds like rules. I messed up. I lost a lot of money. Oh, I messed up. I'm going to try to do it again."
100%.
There should just be a huge Hasbro stamp on his face right when he does that.
Yeah, no doubt. They're gonna do it again. They're gonna mess us up again.
Like
100%.
I
100% true.
I'm gonna go to single cam for a second because
100.
I just want to make my face bigger for this. So this journey started a long time ago, and for those of you that weren't around for it or weren't playing D&D, I'm gonna take you on a little. Trip down memory lane. Ready, Eric? You should watch the stream because you're gonna know where this is going. So, back in the day, we were playing this game.
Yes,
and it was fantastic.
The record size book,
and we loved it. Yeah, it's still like I still love this Star Wars system. It's so much fun. But here's the thing, and this is really where it was coming from because there was talk about. This was back in D&D 3.5. This was the character sheet. Oh, Christ, it's white, so I probably can't see it.
Nope.
Hang on. I got this.
You know
This
how,
was
you know how you can make people see it? Just pull
this
up
was the
PDF
character
that I know
sheet.
you own. Oh, yeah.
Right?
By the way,
Very
Drew's the only one
streamlined.
fan of it.
Very streamlined.
Yeah, sort of.
Here's the skills section. Now, if you played 3.5, you know that, like, for instance, and this is still kind of a thing today, you'll see that there is a stealth store instead of move silently and hide. Or let's see, what's another one? Oh, perception instead of spot, listen, search.
Yeah.
So we were playing this game, and we thought, oh, this must be what 4th edition is going to be like. That's super cool. Like, they're streamlining a lot of stuff. That's awesome. We got really excited for 4th edition. And then this fucking dumpster fire showed up. which we tried for like 9 months. We gave it a good run. Athantia, we were actually playing Athantia in this game for a little while.
It was an okay game.
It was okay. It was fun tabletop.
They can't hear me, but it's
Couple of actually, I think they might be able to hear you. There's a couple of good things that came out of it. Passive perception, skill challenges, rituals.
Minions, but they didn't keep that.
Yeah, they didn't keep minions. It's still a good rule to use though.
Yeah, MCDM took it over.
Yeah. And then well, actually I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to go back to dual cam here, so Eric's back on. So when this was happening, this guy, Wizards, because WoW was so big and making so much money, they were like, ooh, we can make more money. We need more of this cash cow. Let's make a tabletop version of World of Warcraft, which is not what they said they were going to do. No. And they might not have known they were doing it. They probably knew they were doing it. Oh, they did. But that's what they made.
They did. I can give you history on that.
But the big thing about this game is that when they were talking about it coming out, all the third-party creators, this might sound familiar, all the third-party creators were like, oh, wow, that's awesome. Can we see it so we can start making stuff? We're like, no. What do you mean? Well, I mean, you can buy the license. It'll cost you $5,000, but we're playing it kind of close to the chest. So, like, we're just not going to do. We're not going to let it out right now. So all the third-party creators were like, like Green Ronin, Paizo, Game Mastery. I don't know, Eric. Who else can you think of? Was Frog God around?
By this?
Yeah, this part specifically. Or that were around when it was happening.
Besides, basically, it was Necromancer Games back then. Then you had Chaosium. Who else is making games that would have been hit by that? Back then, there was Gary Sarley's group trying to make stuff. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There was a lot. It wasn't, but that wasn't like.
But Paizo heard this and they were like,
well, no. That's not how that happened, though. So Paizo at the time was only making adventures because the people who originally were doing Dungeon and Dragon magazine, Eric Mona being one of them, he was the publisher and the person working for Paizo, and they were making adventures, and this was going to screw them over too. Because what Drew is leaving out is the absorbent amount of money that correct me if I'm wrong, the game system license, which is 4th edition's license, wanted everyone to pay for to use. I remember owning Sunder Studios and contacting them to make Athantia the video game and having the interview with them for how much it can cost to get their license. It was insanity. They wanted you to pay the same amount you would have paid back in the day for licensing like an MMO engine. Like we were working with Hero Blade back in the day, and they wanted to charge $500,000 for a studio I was working for to use their engine. Myself, Fox, and Jason. Oh man, I want to say his last name was Westmus. The three of us went out to St. Louis to do Hero Engine, and we convinced them it would make more sense for them to license this engine under the fact that a lot of people who are going to do creating and put the sweat equity into it don't have the money into paying for it. I tried that same speech on Wizards of the Coast. It didn't go well. They refused for that to be a thing, and they wanted me to pay, I think at the time, because I was making a video game, wanted to license it. It was like $150,000 to license 1 through 20. Like, it's
Fun
the most
fact.
ridiculous thing in the world.
Athantia went from D&D 3.5 to 4.0 to Pathfinder to Cypher System to D&D 5e to Pathfinder 2e. Some of those were very short stints, but I think they were great in place now that PF. Yeah, we're in a great place. Todd, so, like, welcome in, by the way.
It was a cluster, but that's not. I don't want to get too far ahead, but that was like the start of it all.
That was the start of it all. And Paizo went, you know what?
Yeah. Like,
How about
how
how about we
make our
do
own?
how about we do this? And they made a beta play test for a game
I have two of
that they
those.
wanted
I
to
have one of
do.
those not. I have one of those not open. They're worth a lot of money.
Yep, mine is beat to shit. Like it's I
Well, they
I
were
used the-
$20. Do you remember that Gen Con?
Yeah,
They were
that was $20. That was like $20 for a book. And yeah,
weren't even
this
gonna
is
buy 'em.
like
We were
yeah.
like, I don't know. And then we're like, I picked one up, and then I think I won one that year. Yeah, two of them.
I think
have
you
one
did.
Unopened. It's still in the cellophane, laying flat, so it doesn't get damaged or bent because it is paper.
Yeah, yeah. This is a paperback. But so anyway, like that happened, and like D&D almost didn't recover. Like they were gone for a while. I remember, was it 2 or 3 years that they were not at Gen Con? I remember 1 year.
Well, that wasn't the indicator, though. The indicator is you would go to what used to be Greyhawk Living Community, but you would go to the D&D room, and there would be like at Gen Con, there'd be like 10 tables after they really fell, and Paizo was that entire Sagamore ballroom,
Yeah,
wall
I
to
have
wall, balls deep, lines out the door.
their Pathfinder Society. I have a picture of it. Like you have to zoom in to see the line of heads as they get smaller in this picture. It was
Insanity.
huge. It was absolutely huge. Hey, what's up, Jax? Hey, Ada Wolf, how are you? Hi, Kippy. Played a bit of Pathfinder, but some of the mechanics I wasn't a huge fan of, so I never got super invested. Yeah, it's a crunchier system. Fifth edition is for me. It's a great introductory system, getting people into the game. But like, I like something crunchier.
It's the smack of D20 games.
Smack. I will say this, Kippy. This is my problem with fifth, and I figured it out fairly recently. I can make the same character by accident as a character I've already played so easily with that system, just because there just aren't a lot of options. But anyway,
there's only two problems with that system. So first off, I do think 5e is a great baseline system for people to play. Mine is that all the classes are too front loaded, and the only way to play that game is by multi-classing. Because I mean, look, almost every gamer likes to optimize a character to do what they want in min-max, but to do it in D&D, I'm a level of rogue. Now I'm a level of barbarian. Let's pick up another one. So if they're all front loaded, those first 5 levels are very powerful. And we switched, though, all those times, like Jake had said in chat, because Paizo blew up.
yeah.
I had subscriptions. It's insane. The amount of stuff they do is insane. I did finally sell all my Pathfinder books, though. All my old first editions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sold a lot of them. Do you know why?
Because you have them all on.
Because I had 2 sets. So that's how much we played Pathfinder. But this debacle. When do we want to talk inside ball?
Well, okay, so I was telling you that story so we can talk about what's happening now, because it's basically like I saw all this happening. I was like, yeah, seriously. I was like, honestly, Eric, when this happened, do you want to know what I thought of? Like immediately, Eddie Izzard's Dress to Kill special, where he's like, oh, this is a good idea. No, it's the same idea. Hitler never played Risk as a kid because he tried to invade Russia in the winter just like Napoleon did and got fucked in the ass for it.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I thought of. I was like, oh, they didn't play Risk. It's the exact same thing that's happening again. And like, I know that Hasbro is behind it because we were talking about this. Like, probably some lawyer was like, do you know that we're giving all this stuff away for free? We should probably not do that. We should probably try and make money on it. But they didn't play Risk as a kid and didn't realize, because they acquired the company after 4th edition came out, and I'm like, oh, we fucked up.
So, okay. In summer this year, I go to a lot of conventions for my jobs. This summer, many of the people who worked in third-party publishing, I'd say around May, we really started going, yeah, this is going to be bad. Because the people we knew who worked for Wizards that are friends of us. And I want to state this now, before we dig in and I make black eyes. That's an I, EYS, not guys, eyes. If you've ever seen that TV show. So I think that some of the best designers I know work in that company. There is something about making an elegantly simple system that is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah.
And they did it, and they did it in a way that between them and some other pieces in place, that puzzle became, what was it, like 8 million or 10 million people playing D&D 5e.
Yeah.
It was just a tsunami of fandom coming in between them and Critical Role and all the streaming that helped propagate that, and just how accessible it was. And I'll be honest, the pandemic doubled down because people needed something to do. So a lot of people
absolutely.
found virtual tabletops and stuff like that. So I have no problem with the game. I have no problem with the people who make it. I have a problem with two CEOs, Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast. You just watch that clip. Like, what were you thinking? You don't even know your audience at all? You don't even know there's other D&D games? Like, do you look outside of your pile of gold, Scrooge McDuck? Like, what the fuck is going on in your life?
Wait. Time out.
That's a real statement. He did not know there are other games.
No. Stop. I thought that was a fucking satire.
No.
That's the actual quote that he made?
Yeah.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
No, that's the same thing that was made as a quote for when they talk about the video games. So we're going to get into what's going on with D&D Beyond and 1 D&D and everything else, but there's another quote from, well, we're going to talk about the inept abilities of management.
I am
so
blown away.
Let's just take a look. So we knew this happened in the summer. Enough talk that everybody started talking about, do we make our own system? There's some companies out there that have split off earlier to make their own systems that worked for D&D before it came 5th edition. And those people were let go because back then it wasn't called. When 5e was being play tested, it was called D&D Next. That was the code name for the project. But these names are big if you play in the industry. Rob Schwab, Monty Cook. I could keep going. These big like icons in the industry that made stuff were making things for that, and they were let go. And Monty Cook went and made Monty Cook Games. And they made their own system. Rob Schwab left his, made Rob Schwab Entertainment, made their own system. You seeing a theme? If you looked at history further than just when bad stuff happened, but you looked at how people reacted to those ripples caused by the company that they were freelancing or working for full time, you can see that they all went, we know what the top looks like. It's dirty. It's a bunch of laws, a bunch of rules of people trying to rob money from their audience. Fuck you guys. We're going to make our own systems. And that is exactly what happened with every single main designer that left that company.
Shadows of the Demon Lord.
That's a combination of them seeing what's going on and also being designers wanting to make their own systems. But rituals and your passive perception, all that comes from these guys that left that group. So that's a big thing. So then let's fast forward. Christmas happens. Our group, for the first time in December, I was like, guys, Dragonlance is coming out. We're gonna do it as our homage to Tracy Hickman and Margaret Weiss, and the reason that I play D&D, the reason him and I met, I was like, I want
first campaign we played D-Lance.
Yeah. Go watch Tuesdays. You'll see. I screwed him over.
I'm so fucking angry. Still,
so I wanted to go back to that, and then Beetle and Grimm are an amazing group of individuals that make premium products for 5e and for Paizo. Which I'm hoping now we see them make a shit ton more for Paizo. And they do Magic the Gathering stuff. So I was like, let's go back. We'll Frank House it up. We'll make it heavy metal. We'll add some Game of Thrones. Let's go back. Turn the new year. Now I'm going to switch back to my screen. This is D&D's blog posts. Okay? Very important to see. It all starts around here. OGL's SRD and 1 D&D. December 21st to talk about what's going to happen. Everyone's like, oh, well, what is this? The answer is Bull. This is when they started talking about the change of terms and what would happen and how VTT platforms are in agreements with Wizards will do stuff. And it changed. Everything changed. And
Eric,
It
can you
wasn't
drop
good.
the link? Can you drop the link for that in chat?
Sure. I can drop the Pornhub link. So this is nonsensical. It is absolutely BS. But this line right here, they wanted you to accept the license terms and let us know you're offering for sale. They want to know. And then report the OGL related revenue annually if you make more than $50,000 a year on their product, and then include the creator project badge on your work. This is what they wanted you to do. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because this was a shotgun wedding, man.
Mm-hmm.
This went from zero to villain real fast. Everyone saw that you had to report. That means that's pretty bad, 50,000, right? But it gets worse. This is the only statement on this part I'm going to make. When we roll out our OGL 1.1, we're also going to provide explanatory videos, facts, and web portal for registration to make navigating these requirements as easy and as intuitive as possible. We'll also have help available to creators to navigate this process. Here's the best part. For the fewer than 20 creators worldwide who make more than $750,000 income a year, we will add a royalty starting in 2024. Now, they say 20 creators and only make that. So they're talking about your Monty Cook Games. They're talking about your Critical Role. And they're like, yo, you now are going to play as royalty. But really, what I can tell you where this came from. These are not publicly traded companies. The Monty Cook Games, your Rob Schwab's, your Cobalt Press, they're not publicly traded. But Kickstarters are. Kickstarters, you can see exactly what somebody brings in. You don't know the divide, but if you've ran any Kickstarters, you have an idea. You can reverse engineer that stuff. So they watched all these people who've really never made games before but have a social media following blow the $1 million mark numerous times. They're like, we deserve that money. We deserve a chunk of that money. So much so that they went to Kickstarter and said, hey, when someone is doing a 5e project on your thing, we want to automatically deduct our cut from them.
20%.
Not after these people pay all their bills. No. Right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Oh, you made $575,000? Well, we'll take our cut, please. Yeah, but we have to pay all these people. Well, that's too bad. And Kickstarter they wanted them just to hand them the money to make sure they got it because they knew no one was going to fucking do it. Because you're a bunch of dicks. So this is where it all started. This is the nonsense of where it started. Now, I'm going to remind people of a very important time in tabletop history.
Oh, boy.
I have a pen somewhere. Jake Bacon will remember this. Drew, I don't think you were with this at this convention. Back in the day, we watched a very really weird thing happen when technology started taking off in the tabletop industry. D&D decided they were going to do D&D Insider about the time Dungeons & Dragons was falling away. Magazines were falling away. They also decided that they were going to make an online Charactermancer. Are you going to pull out the CD?
Yeah, no, I'm going to pull out the fucking ad in the back of the 4th edition book.
Yeah, that piece there, that ad. I remember standing in the audience when they were announcing this, all of this stuff. And they decided they were going to make, are you ready, everybody? I'll put it right over my face. They were going to make Gleemax. Yes, I made a Gaming and BS Gleemax as a joke. Gleemax is a card. It is from Magic the Gathering. They even
lost all my money on Gleemax.
They had this big ass brain in the center of the booth space, and you could get a pen and sign up and do all this stuff. And this imploded in a matter of less than a year. It was their biggest gamble they've ever made, and they lost up until this point. And then they did 4th edition and lost, again. And now we're getting this another time. They are literally doing the same mistakes again. I know we want to take history classes out of schools, but can we at least let businesses keep them? Because they're fucking stupid. It's ridiculous.
You're
That
right.
is a thing.
I do not. I have no idea what Gleemax is. Like I missed that
remembers it.
boat. I missed that boat.
Guarantee Todd remembers it.
Wait, was
It was at one convention. It was only
Was
at
that-
one.
at Gen Con?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was
And
it in
that
Milwaukee
thing-
or was it in Indy?
No, it was Indy. That
Okay.
thing only lasted a little while before it fucking blew up, man. Yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go. Thanks, man. I'll pull that up. Hold on. Here.
Wait, is this the new one? Oh no, this is from 2007. Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Sweet.
Thank you, Todd. I
Jesus.
knew one of us was gonna find this.
Here,
Engine
hang on a second.
Gleemax.
Hang on a second. Put this over here. And
I already pulled it up.
yeah, but I'm making it bigger so they can see it.
Oh, Drew, but I can do that. Oh, that's no
Like-
bigger.
Yeah, it is. It's huge.
No, yeah, but you can see all the ads. Control what, bro? just stop it.
Okay, fine.
That is much larger.
The giant brain at Gen Con.
Yes. So this was their little pump out for Gleemax, and it didn't turn out. No, thank you. I don't want CNET to tell me shit. It didn't turn out. It blew up, and this was in 07, man. 07. So we come back to this. That was when was our date here, timeline wise? And I already announced that we're doing Dungeons and Dragons like shit. I got contacted by I got contacted by a couple people in the industry, like friends of mine, and they're like, yo, dude, check this out. I was like, oh no. So that was the 21st of December. Let's fast forward, everyone explodes. January 13th, boom, they update. They deleted the post in between. They got rid of the January 1st post where they made all their, or January 4th post where they made all their big statements.
Uh-huh.
And they decided they were going to put out a survey after everyone blew up.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone filled out the survey because no one wanted to pay this number.
Oh, second time they decided to go to their viewers and ask them what they want. I wonder where they got that idea from the first time.
Paizo. Yeah. And they did that for D&D Next. And, that's not new. Paizo wasn't the first to do it. We've been seeing that in numerous industries over the year. And specifically in video games, we started really seeing that. Greenlight is a prime example of that shit. So I remember when we were doing our games, we were going to be on the Xbox Game Pass for making indie games.
Are you talking about for
Sunder Studios? And
was that Sunder or was that
Forever Interactive?
That's what I was thinking of, yeah.
Yeah, for both of them. So we went through all this stuff already. We've been through this. We've been through the ringer. So yeah, Todd, it was at Gen Con once and at no other con. It failed that fast. So, Gen Con goes right into Dragon Con. It wasn't even a Dragon Con.
God, Todd posted a picture of the brain. Yeah, no, I do not remember seeing this. I was not there for that.
Oh yeah, here, hold on. I'll pull that up for everybody. Here you go. This is the brain. Big brain on Brad. And this is when Wizard used to have a booth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was... They were so fucked. I remember I have a picture of me standing. They had no presence at all. They showed up and made it's like a 30 by 20 booth. And they just had this big statue of Loth just to be like, hey, D&D. It's like, you're not here. This is only...
room.
Yeah, for D&D Next stuff. No, that was in the vendor hall. They just had a footprint with nothing in it aside from that statue. Because I have a picture of me walking up to it and just flicking it off. Because it was during all that bullshit. I was like, fuck you, Loth.
So, yeah, it's a nightmare. So all this happens for one of the good times in D&D history, in social media history. everybody got really mad about this statement of the OGL changing and how one D&D was going to work and what they're changing and how everybody was going to have to pay over 750,000 and how 50,000 you had to report. And everyone was like, no. And it was cool to see people who also consume the content, not create content, also angry about it. On behalf of everybody, because if it was just all the industry people, it wouldn't work. So they took it back and they put out a post saying, here's what it's going to be after that post. And it still was not good enough. And I like to say they were shit fishing. They'd like to throw shit on a reel out and see who bites it and reel it in. I'm like, okay, this is the audience we'll capture with what we currently put out. They're willing to eat this much shit. But not everybody. Okay, let's take a little shit off and a little more sandwich. And we'll throw it back out again and we'll let them take a bite. I'm like, okay, you know what? Looks like we've left all of the third-party developers out in the shit ocean. Let's just reel in all of our players that we want to keep. They'll eat this shit. Well, it never worked. Everybody was like, we're not eating your shit. That is your shit, not our shit. So that is how that went. So much so that they come back to us with a brand new thing. After the survey, everyone filled out. 2 weeks later, they're like, we fucked up.
Again. But we're not going to say the again part. Just we fucked up.
Have you seen this, Drew?
No.
It says, when you give us playtest feedback, we take it seriously. Already, more than 15,000 of you have filled out the survey. Here's what you said.
Oh,
88%
yes, I have
want
seen that.
to publish TTRPG content under OGL 1.2. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
90% have to change some aspect of their business to accommodate OGL 1.2. 89% are dissatisfied with the deauthorization of OGL 1.08, which is what everybody makes 5e under right now. 86% are dissatisfied with the draft of the VTT policy. Yeah, you know why? Because everything else was legal jargon, and then we got to the VTT policy, and you told us, and I quote, you can have Magic Missile in your VTT. It can cast it. It can even roll the damage in your chat, but I'll be damned if there's an animation of Magic Missile on your screen called Magic Missile, because that's not how you play tabletop games in our point of view. Listen, fuckos. Listen to me real close here. This is the piece that pissed me off maybe more than anything else. You can't tell me that that is not how you play. How you play D&D. When you are making the same fucking thing you're telling us not to do. No NFTs. You're making NFTs. Do not make Magic Missiles animated. You're using the Unreal Engine for your virtual tabletop. I can't do that, but you can, huh? That's not how you play D&D. No, that's not how we play D&D in your lawn. You don't want us to do it, but it's okay for you to do it. Look, I'm just saying.
No, because they want to be able to say they're the only ones that can do it that way.
Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself, Carmen Sandiego. I don't agree with any of it. And that VTT made me more angry than anything else. And then the next part is 62% are satisfied with including the system reference document, the SRD, which is what we all use. If you go look up something online to play D&D that's not on Beyond, they're using the SRD. Content in Creative Commons, and a majority of these were dissatisfied and asked for SRD content in Creative Commons, which means that in perpetuity, they can never take it away, which is what they're trying to do. If we didn't state that in the beginning of this, they were trying to retcon the ability for everybody to make content under the OGL. They're like, nah, we're changing it.
Which has been around since 3.0?
Well, or
3.5.
The argument is you can't, because it is in perpetuity. Forever you can use it, and they were trying to wipe that out by making a new one and changing like addendum.
Yeah. But I mean, the OGL has been around since 3 or 3.5.
The Mighty Orc Dick Slap comes out, and Paizo. You have to remember Paizo was around for this, and a lot of that company worked for Wizards of the Coast, and they went, nah, we were ready for this. So ready, they fired off. They waited 2 weeks. 2 weeks. To give Wizards a chance to fix their problem, right? Like a nice, polite virtual handshake. And then they went, nope, we're done with you. And they said in their blog post, you're not going to say anything. We waited, so we are. And they went and made the orc. And the Orc is a license that is not owned by a publishing company. It is something that anyone can sign up under. I think as of right now, I want to say
Like
it's
16,000
I think it's like 16,000 people have signed up for Orc. And it allows anyone to
publishers,
publish,
like 1,500 publishers did too.
1,500
Like-
publishers. It allows them to put their game under there as open gaming license, essentially under the Orc license. And D&D got scared. And then Cobalt Press also was like, nah, we're going to do Project Black Flag. Screw you. We want to make sure that our people can continue playing the game they love. And they went and made Black Flag. And they have last they posted, I think it was over 20,000 people had signed up for their playtest. And I think they announced yesterday
for their play test.
For the playtest.
I thought it was bigger. I thought it was like 35,000. That was bigger.
It might be now. That was like Monday. It crashed their site the day they posted it, and then Monday. When was their thing? Wednesday. Yesterday they announced that the playtest is probably going to start at the end of February.
Oh God.
Does that give you an idea of how long they were probably preparing? For those who've made anything in their life, there's no way they made it in 30 days.
Yeah. Okay, Serving Hands. Have a good day at work. Love you, Mina. Bye.
Serving Hands. So all of this goes down, and all these companies respond in force and basically just whoop on them for this. And now they retcon and say, no, not really. Here's why. Somebody in the company still, I believe, this is theory, I believe someone was there for Gleemax, and the one surviving person who probably changed the wastebaskets climbed up through the ranks into a position of, listen, Dick, and they went, you cannot do this. We've done this before. It is going to end really bad. We are going to get crucified. Please don't do this. Please don't do this. We're not going to get resurrected on a day. We're going to die here.
My favorite part of this whole thing is what you and I were talking about when you told me, yeah, just wait till Disney comes and Mickey slaps them with their dick. And I was like, what are you talking about? And Eric reminded me, yeah, so part of the OGL also covers D20 Modern, which is what they used as the skill building system for Knights of the Old Republic.
Not the MMO, the old
original, like Xbox video game.
Yeah. So Mickey comes over and goes, oh, is that so, Hasbro? How about we buy you with the rest of the world? And that's what was going to happen. Like, if they came to Mickey as like, Mickey, pay up, they would have, give me your company. That would have been the end of that conversation. Mickey would have hugged them into death. It would have been horrible. Horrible. So this whole thing's a cluster. Now, I will say privately, for a lot of my friends that work in this industry that are third-party publishers from small to large, they were very scared that this would turn into something really, really bad. And
hey, Nessie,
I'm glad it didn't turn into something horrible, and people are still gonna be able to. Because for a small company to about face in a year, because you gotta remember, most of these companies are project planned out for 12 months.
Yeah.
Like, I know TPK Games, we kind of were, and we've been talking about this happening for a long time. Me and Brian Berg knew this was in the pipeline because we all remember Gleemax. So we didn't want this to happen, and they about face, which means people can keep publishing, so much so that the new license, I don't know if you know this, Drew, the new SRD includes things like Strahd.
I heard that. Strahd and like Mind Flayers and something like that. Like,
all that crap. Yeah. Because here's the fun part. When Paizo green
ready for the fun part? Here comes the fun part.
When they mushroom stamped them, they realized that, oh, by the way, Paizo used the same lawyer that made the original SRD and Creative Law for the OGL. They just went to the same guy. Not only were they the same guy, they went to the same law firm, and that law firm was like, nah, G, you can't do that. We'll make a new one. And that is how Orc, like the short version of Orc started. You can read a lot more on it, but they went to the same guy. They're like, yo, this can't happen. They're like, you're right, this cannot happen. And Paizo, in the biggest play of all time.
You're talking about the tweet where they were like, we're very proud of Wizards of the Coast for changing
No,
this. We're going to keep
no.
working on Orc just in case because so many people like
No,
it.
that's still happening. No, the biggest,
Yeah, I know it is.
The biggest print of all time is when they went, well, you messed up, and we're using the same lawyer and everything else, but just so you're aware, I know you think this is going to stop us because we have this stuff printed in our Starfinder and our Pathfinder book. Just so you know, we only put the SRD in there and the OGL in there for the people who are using our game to publish stuff for their comfort and ease of use. We don't need it.
Yeah.
We did this to make you feel safe. I was like, what? What are you serious right now?
Watsy's
So I
like,
didn't read this.
did we just get... It was like one of those grazing hits to the balls where you're not sure if you got kicked, but then you're like, oh, God, it hurts so much worse.
Oh, God, dude. I was crying about it. Because it was just bullshit. And I feel like maybe
When
they
asked why
learned.
Wizards of the Coast
Maybe
reversed-
they learned. I doubt it. I doubt they learned. What am I saying? I doubt they actually learned anything. But boy, oh boy, boys and girls,
So,
what a ride in 30 days.
yeah, it's still... Was it Matt Mercer that was like, I can't believe it's still just January?
Oh yeah. And is that not so true?
Jesus Christ. Like
I
I couldn't believe it was 2023. It was like, I can't believe we're already in a new year. And then January happened. It was like, it's been 83 years.
Played the Uno reverse card. I mean, yeah, you're right. That is the
Todd.
Uno reverse card.
Hang on.
That was amazing.
Todd, can you make that a t-shirt? Can you put Wizards and Paizo playing a game of Uno and them just throwing down a reverse card? Could that be a t-shirt?
The Golem versus whatever's still under SRD that we can't use.
Oh my God.
Like a beholder. Dude, it was the biggest. I don't even think it was a nut graze. Have you seen the TikTok of the guy playing Superman who nut boots a dude to the sun? That is what this was. Like they squared up. Like it wasn't a graze, man. They squared up and launched them.
Of course they squared up. They were at Gen Con without them for like 3 years.
Oh, way more than 3 years. Drew. It's been closer to 8.
Well, no, because I mean, like,
Almost 8 years
since D&D's been at Gen Con?
Yeah, just about, because they had their organized play there. They had Adventure League, but they haven't been there.
Oh my God, you're right. They haven't been in the vendor hall. Jesus.
Yup. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. It's dude, it's bad. It's really, really bad.
So, what do you think this means moving forward?
What do you mean? Like, do I think D&D is going to be around? Well, I can tell you that all the people who turned on them, like they should, are already kowtowing again. Like a lot of your big names are like, oh, they apologized. They made a mistake. And granted, I don't think the company should be canceled. I don't think that's the case, because a lot of my friends and good people work there. Beetle and Grim make stuff. Third-party publishers make stuff for it. But I do feel like maybe, just maybe,
This is all going to happen again in 8 to 10 years?
No. I feel that this is going to be a minor version of the Paizo 4E thing, where you're going to see a bunch of companies
Like
come
new,
out of this.
new
If they stay
systems
the course,
and shit?
yeah, they need to stay the course. Though. Like if 5e fell back and everyone breathed a sigh of relief, you just fell into a better made trap.
Yeah. See, okay.
Like Admiral Akbar is warning you. You're falling into a worse trap. You need to be aware.
I'm not going to lie. I've had a bad taste in my mouth about WotC since 4th edition. All that shit happened.
Yeah, it's like flaming dragon dick the entire time.
God. But it was like part of the reason that I kind of hop back on board why I have 5th edition books. Well, that's not the reason I have 5th edition books. I won those at Gen Con. But the hell was that?
You'll see.
Part of the reason that I felt good about playing that game was because, like, they admitted, like, we fucked up, and they went back to their audience like, this is what we want to do. We're going to play test it. We're going to listen to you, blah, blah, blah. And they made a good game. It's like, all right.
They made a competent game. Good is a very strong statement.
Well, I mean,
they made a great hackable system.
They made a game that brought in a lot of people, that opened up, like what we've always talked about. Like, the more people playing, the more GMs are going to be playing, the better GMs are going to get. Like it helped push the hobby and people into it, and it's like it's mainstreamed it a lot. Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of the redeeming thing. Riddles, thank you for the resub, brother. It made me feel better about playing the game. Like it was a redemption story. Like they did well, and then they fucking pull this bullshit. It's like, okay.
This is the problem with top down, making decisions without talking to the people that you hired to do their jobs. You hired people to make decisions, and then you don't listen to them.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, we're about ready to see the same thing that happened.
Or you don't even ask them.
This is all gonna. You know who needs to be watching this? Netflix should have just watched this. Netflix should have watched what just happened to Wizards of the Coast, because they're about ready to get ball busted as well.
Oh, because of all the layoffs and shit?
No, bro. How their sharing shit's gonna work.
Oh.
They'll lock your device if they feel that it's not authorized, and then you got
if you got the same password from like one side to the other.
Bitch, you just raised the fees so that it could be on 4 devices in my house, and then now you're gonna charge me for the service of calling you to fix your problem?
Uh-huh.
Dude, you're about ready to get lit on fire. Because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Give the offering to make it open to like 10 for $5 more a month. You know how many honest people would have just paid for that?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be, oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait, because you know why? We're gonna get all of our Prime Wire. We're gonna get all of our Let's Watch This back. They're all gonna be in like 1080p, and there's gonna be like ISP spoofers. But I can't wait. Netflix, please fall down the stairs. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing.
A lot of folks who hitched their wagons to a star just realized that star is capable of burning them now whenever they want, so they're finally looking for an alternative propulsion.
But that's the thing, though. They have to continue down that course. It's easier to fall. Abusive relationships stay a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you stay with them, that abusive relationship is going to continue. So I hope that, yes, I hope that they fix it. I hope.
Hey, what's up, Scott?
I hope that happens. I hope that people pick a new one. I honestly recommend, I mean, we don't know what Black Flag is going to look like yet, but I'm excited for that. Cobalt Press doesn't fuck around. I'm excited. If you've never played Cypher System, I'm an asset team manager for them. Try Cypher System out. It is amazing storytelling.
Cypher's great. That's for those of you that are here, but maybe saw some of the show. That's Monty Cook's game. That's what we were playing with Warpaint.
They have a Kickstarter right now where they're doing the deluxe edition. Their B series coming out. I think it's 500 or 900 creatures in it. Like, it's insane. We're finally getting that. And then on top of that, Weird Wizard, which is Rob Schwab's version of Shadow the Demon Lord, made for general public, so people aren't offended, because it's like a heavy metal, demonology, that kind of thing. But Weird Wizard isn't. Amazing piece. So I hope that we get that. And there's another gentleman online, Yazik, who also really stated what just happened with the OGL really well. If you've never seen this guy, I love his stuff, but this is another one.
don't throw rocks at the murder hobos. Between gouging Magic players and running third-party publishing companies out of business, it looks like Wizards of the Coast has chosen to go the path of TSR. This has always been about corporate interests versus community autonomy. Don't misunderstand. This war is not new. This shit started back in the 80s when they pushed Gygax out. Ask the old guard, the Graybeards, they'll tell you. We rolled initiative on that shit over 30 years ago. This OGL nonsense is just the next battle. If you read the statement they released on D&D Beyond last week and you feel it was insincere, that's because it was. Imagine calling D&D under-monetized. You got a company that essentially sells ideas and it made you over $100 million last year. I mean, how much goddamn money do you need? Clearly too much if you're selling fucking Magic booster packs for like $1,000. Tell you one thing I've been learning through all of this is that Hasbro needs Wizards and Wizards needs the D&D and Magic communities. But neither the D&D community nor the Magic community need Wizards or Hasbro. You see? I feel empowered. And you should too. Don't ever let them think that we're afraid. Also, something tells me that movie is going to be under-monetized.
So very truthful statement there. And this guy's hilarious, very crass and kind of aggressive into stuff, which, you know, I appreciate. And I was not surprised when they rescinded their stuff and changed it because they were going to lose everything.
Yeah.
All of it.
And I feel, oh God, I feel bad for, like, I feel bad for the D&D movie. Because I know Paramount's just over like, what the fuck, Farva? Like, what are you guys doing?
Shit was going to be garbage anyway.
I don't know.
Sorry, man. I'm not, no.
I'm hoping for a redemption. Here's why.
Chris Pine can't save everything.
No, it's not that. Now, granted, the budget is huge for this, so it kind of blows my theory out of the water. But from the first D&D movie to now, they have only gotten better. Now, granted, the budget for each one has been less. The budget for each movie has been the budget for each movie up until this new one has been lower. Like this new one, I think it was like 130 million. But I have hope. I have hope that it won't be an absolute shit show, and that it'll actually be fun, and not that. Whenever I think of the first D&D movie, all I can think about is Jeremy Irons just like doing all that. And then I found out, oh yeah, I just bought a house. I needed to do that movie.
It is. No. There's no way. There's just no way that it isn't a dumpster fire. So remember how I was talking about Paizo giving him the ball kick?
Uh-huh. Superman world record nuts kick. Oh, God.
This is what I think of. Like, hold on.
Oh, that's the Raptor knife. I remember that.
Yeah, right. I'm going to put this above me.
Oh, I can't hear it.
One more chance. I won't do it again, is what he said. Bye-bye.
Kicked him out of his shoes.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's not even the full version. Dude, the full version of it, he like passes satellites, Halley's Comet, fucking hits the sun. So yeah. I do. Fun fact, I do appear in a still photograph in the special features of the second D&D movie. I made my death save. The 3 that you have to make to watch that shit. So anyway, bottom line is I really hope people learn from this, but we've already seen some of the big social media influencers going back to talking about D&D and one D&D and what's going on with it. And that brings me to now. That brings me to right now moving forward for the future of D&D. I hope they do okay. I don't wish them the best. I wish my friends that work there the best. But what I do want to say is this.
Thanks, Crimson.
They don't have the best track record for technology. And there was a disc in the back of, was it 3.0 or 3.5 with Regdar for like character sheets in the back of it? And that was kind of the start of it all. And then they said to Insider, and that blew up in their face, and a VTT blew up in their face. They've never got their VTT to work. And then D&D Beyond, they finally outsourced someone to make D&D Beyond. The beginning of that was rough, but now it's pretty good. So much so the guy who made D&D Beyond moved on to make Nexus, who's making it for a bunch of other games.
Then WotC bought D&D Beyond, so now they own it again.
That's why they own it. They didn't buy it again. They just own it. Like that guy left, the guy who originally made it. So they don't have a track record. They bought video game companies. They let a bunch of them go. They have one left right now. And you're telling me you're going to make a virtual tabletop using the Unreal Engine with some form of cost to get them how do I want to say this? To get people to subscribe at a higher rate to D&D Beyond after they just lost, 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers to D&D Beyond. Unfortunately, they laid off, I think, 15% of their staff or something like that for Wizards of the Coast because of the loss of money. So they made a mistake and laid people off, which is sad.
Well, yeah, but I mean, corporate. Oh, we need to make money. We'll lay people off.
So even though their mistakes would laid it off because they're unaware of other games. So who's gonna run your video game development for this virtual tabletop? And then let me just.
And then who's gonna subscribe to it for more money?
Have you ever went to play a video game with your friends? PC game. And they sign in and you're all ready to go. And you sit in the loading lobby and you wait for the computer to decide if they can load the game you're about ready to fucking play. Or you load into a multiplayer match and it's just a sloppy shit show of you waiting for them to upgrade graphic drivers and get things to work, and none of that works. Have you ever been in those? So you bought a console because you knew if everybody was on a console, there's a good chance we're all going to be able to play. Everyone been there?
And then you try to play an EA game with only two people and it wouldn't fucking load?
No. Then you tell me you're going to make a virtual tabletop using the Unreal Engine and everyone's going to be able to play this thing? I'm sorry, but Francis over here with an 8-year-old fucking computer is not going to be playing in a virtual tabletop with me. And your GM better have the best goddamn tabletop or PC of all time to run it, because he's going to have to make all these 3D environments and maps. And then on top of that, how many hours is your GM going to waste making a video game? So this new idea of theirs sounds great in theory, but they well, let me just point out, they have a very bad track record of succeeding in anything in the digital environment because it's a tabletop company. That's what the TT stand for in the beginning. And I don't think they're going to succeed with this. So, and maybe some of my knowledge on this is inside.
Maybe.
But even if you house it as a cloud-based architecture, what are you going to charge everyone to play that? Because the secret that went out that no one wanted to say was the $30 a month for D&D Beyond to get access to all of the assets. Because now you need every floor. And I want to say I worked in video games. I'm not just speaking out of my asshole here. I worked in video games. I worked on MMOs. When I say we're doing the Hero Engine, we were across the globe making an MMO together. And we were doing this before most companies were. Like, we were in that beginning of the indie development team where it's like people could be anywhere in the globe pre-pandemic. And we were doing it to where one person would do a pass making all the 3D meshes, another person would do all the texture maps and do a pass painting it through. And you have like 3 or 4 people building cities together. For us to house that and do it, we had to use their units back in St. Louis, which was 40 PCs to do this. And then we had 2 of our own servers to do it. But D&D, because, you know, every game they've made's been great. Anyone play the latest Neverwinter? Oh, that was or Forgotten Realms? It was garbage. I just don't think they could do it. And because of that, I hope everyone doesn't just go jump back on the dragon's dick and ride it to the sunset. I hope they actually go play other games, because nothing makes you a better gamer and a well-rounded gamer than playing more than one system.
Mm-hmm.
It's like my number 2 thing that I want players to do. The number 1 thing is read your fucking book. Number 2 is play more than one system. More than anything else, I just want you to know your character, at least your character, and then play other games, because it will make you better. It'll make you realize that the rules are there for fun. They're the love language at the table, and that D&D can't own AC, the word, the acronym AC. They can't own that, no matter how much they want to try. So hopefully this changes. I hope this changes the industry for at least another 5 years before we see somebody rear their ugly head. Fuck, maybe it's Paizo next time. Maybe the evil overlords, turn to another company. Who knows? But Paizo's been waiting, man. I think they're like just a snake ready to fucking strike again. I really do. Maybe that's the wrong word. I think they're probably closer to a mantis shrimp that's just going to start knocking people out.
A big one, like just the size of Tokyo.
So I'm hoping we see something good come out of it. I love PF2. I think it's one of the best things to come out. And we hated beta. Like, I'll openly say that. We tried beta. I ran it. It was painful because they ran the play test like you were doing quality assurance testing for a video game. All right, we want you to go against these 40 guys. We're going to update the rules, and then we want you to try a different version, make all new characters. I mean, it was rough. So much that I was like, nope, it's quicker for me to make a small micro setting, and we're going to play in that. That's what I quit running their playtest. And I found out through it all, Order of the Amber Die, if you don't know who they are, they have like a organization or a guild of people, and they pride themselves in finishing like adventure paths and stuff like that. And they do blog posts. They don't record them because we have teachers and stuff that are there. They don't want to get in trouble for it, but they do a blog post that's on Paizo. It's one of the few blogs that other people write. They are the only group to complete that playtest.
I'm serious?
I'm dead serious. Adam and them are the only ones to complete that playtest.
Oh my God.
Todd remembers it if he's still here. I saw you hit lurk. Yes, Scott, they are amazing. I love those guys. Adam, I'm excited. I can't wait to go out there and do a full weekend with them. I'm really, really wanting to go do that. I want the jersey. That Order of the Amber Die jerseys. By the way, did you see what I was wearing today?
Uh-huh. It's dope. Did you see what I was wearing today?
No. I can't see. I'll have to watch the screen. Oh, is that... Yeah, that game blew up in their face, too. It's like Blizzards and Wizards knows each other. Maybe they should watch each other's mistakes.
No, they probably were doing the no, do this. Yeah, it's a good idea. I'll do that too.
Oh yeah, just 2 CEOs in a sauna and a dragon plushie. So I just,
God.
It's just a catastrophe, man. It's just a catastrophe, and everything blew up, man. Like Asmongold was covering the OGL. Like, when big streamers and big content creators are like, well, everybody, Wizards, I don't even know who they are, really screwed up. Like, when video game guys are like, yeah, these people messed up. Asmo knows. He was a big World of Warcraft player. His review of it's good, but like all these big groups just jumped on it. And it was, what's his name? Philip DeFranco does a news broadcast every morning on YouTube. He was even covering it. That guy covers like Taylor Swift. Like, he covers like news articles for the world and like real news stuff, like, wars and countries. He's like, well, today in the OGL, yeah, I didn't know what that was either. I was like, oh my God, the world is coming to an end. We're so screwed, man. This guy is covering the OGL. Holy shit. I heard they're going to make a movie of what is that? FNF? Should I know what that is?
FNAF.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know what that is, Jax.
I thought it was going to be FMK, fuck Mary Kill, but the D&D story. So it's been a wild ride, man. And like everything, and it sucks. So for me, how it affected me is everything that I have been doing came to a standstill for like that first week between all the companies that I've freelanced for and what I'm doing, and then jobs that I was in the middle of interviews for. Everything came to a standstill. Things changed overnight. Every day I'd wake up. I had 200 emails, 150 of them had to do with the OGL. And I was like, yo, can everyone just take a fucking breath? Let this ride out for 30 days. You are so far down the hole, you can't see you still got 12 months. Like, let it rest. Let it rest and make a decision now. Because no matter what they say at the end of the day here, no matter how they hot coffee twist this thing.
They're lying.
By the way, hot coffee, if you don't know what that is, that's a reference to Grand Theft Auto. It was the most negative press of all time that they turned into the most positive press of all time that made them as renowned as they are today. Look it up. So with that happening, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, they did that already, but they called it something else and put Nicolas Cage in it.
You know, the reason that I didn't know what it was is I don't care about that game. Or that series of games. And I love horror. But anyway, I just didn't notice the acronym. How many acronyms are out there? Yeah. So with all of that going on, the OGL it's taxing and tiring, and I'm glad it's been laid to rest for a little bit, but we really need to hit it with the fucking tombstone and put it out of its misery so that the rest of these companies move forward making their own stuff. Like, that's what I think needs to happen. I think we need, your Shadow of the Demon Lord's Weird Wizard to come out, the Cypher system, perfect timing for Monte Cook Games. It's like they knew. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. I think you're going to see Critical Role come out with their own tabletop RPG. Darrington Press, friend of ours, works for them. The recent interview on IO9 with Critical Role, first off, that interviewer, way better writer. That was a rough interview to watch. I'm not going to lie. It was uncomfortable.
I haven't watched it yet. I heard that it was like, it's kind of cringy. Like, there's
a lot of data. There's a lot of data to mine out of it between the words of Marisha and Matt. And they're making their own system. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Really, I think when this happened, Paizo should have came back to him and went, so, remember that deal that we didn't do last time? For those who didn't know, Percy, for the original Critical Role, was a gunslinger because they were playing Pathfinder. So I think they should have came back and been, boom, here's Pathfinder 2E. How about you just walk away from the abusive relationship, come to the Purple Golem, and we will let you play this game instead. We want you to. I would have been amazing. That would have been like that would have been a double dick slap. Instead of the first dick slap. So it's been 30 days. So now everything's kind of calmed down. But my belief is they just lured everyone in so that when they do the 1D&D and they stop, because this is how they really do stop things. They stop publishing 5e PHBs, DMGs, and monster manuals. And eventually they just fall out of cycle. And then they just do 1D&D. They're going to have to go long game and regrow. I love how they talk about, regrow trust. The next day, a bunch of creators got emails about, if you'd like to have a sit down with Brink, the guy who wrote this stuff, what I would like to call the scapegoat, this Kyle Brink. I feel so bad for this guy. He's probably the guy who was changing trash cans when Gleemax was around. And he's made it to this move, and he's literally going to get sacrificed. But he's saying, if you want to interview, we're happy to sit down and have a conversation. And they sent this to a bunch of creatives. I think it was Bob. I think his name's Bob the Builder. I think that's right.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Let me look it up. He talks about the email that they got.
The heads haven't changed, so they still want their money. It's in our wealth.
No, yeah, exactly.
With the OGL grab failing, what is going to be their next attempt to gouge us? Yeah.
Exactly. Here, I'm looking it up here. Yeah, here it is.
Hey, remember that company that...
Here it is. So this guy, really kind, super nice content creator for
Oh.
20
TTRPGs.
days ago, tried to
We're not gonna watch all of
Hey,
it.
Here's what you say.
So this
Face
is
of the
he's
class
talking about the same shit we did,
101
right?
Class, every magic
So
item
he got
from what they were putting to people. But
he got an email saying, "Hey, would you like to sit down and talk to us?" And they sent it to a bunch of creators.
Can you give us an opportunity to lie our way out of this paper bag again, please?
Thank you. It's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry, we can
We-
cut our way
we
out
have-
of the dead
we
body
have-
that we created.
We have bad press. We need more press to make it not all bad press. Let's go to the people
spinning it.
that were just fisting
You
us.
already have, though. You already have, because you have people who are reporting on the OGL in a very negative light, similar to us, that are now kissing their asses again because the paycheck came back in. I mean, when you let go of 15% of your staff, you can pay content creators to help fix your PR. Just saying.
Hang on, let me turn my head. There we go.
I just, so I'm a little worried, but there's so many good games coming out that are movies. Damn it, so many good games that are coming out that I'm not worried about it. Like, I know Riddles will agree with this. Free League, that company just
Dude,
hits it out
they
of
are-
the park
they're
every single
killing it.
time.
They are
Every
killing
single
it.
time. If Scott's
Riddles-
in here, he'll say the same thing.
Riddles, by the way, that fucking dice box that you have that you painted for Alien, that is,
From Works of Whimsy.
yeah, it's fucking gorgeous, man. I want one.
Yeah, that's a really cool story. And also the Riddles, do you have the Star Trek one on your website?
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Is it on
The
Etsy right now, bud?
Yeah, Riddles, if it is, drop a link to both of those, please. 'Cause I haven't seen the Star
pulling
Trek
it up.
one.
I'm already pulling it up. I'm just curious if he has his website. So here, we're coming back the second week of the month. And
They're all
so
in the
this
shop,
is our
okay.
drawing. This is the drawing for February
Yeah,
that we're doing.
yeah, the Red Dragon's dope.
Blew it up too big. That's a drawing. But he's got so many new patterns and stuff coming out. Little Love to Raceland here.
Is that
what I'm seeing,
Raceland?
buddy? Is that what I'm seeing there? Because
Bruh.
that looks like Raceland.
That's dope.
Why? No, I haven't, Todd. Nothing that wasn't truthful. Oh, here it is. Check that out, Drew.
Oh, that's cool.
No, I don't want. I want you to shut up. There we go.
Oh, it's a tricorder box. Okay.
Yeah. Here, I think he has a video on it, if I remember correctly. He does. That's a TikTok one. Wait. Is that not sweet looking?
That's dope.
If she could make like spinning tokens and stuff to go in there, that would like make it for me. Yeah, see the Nicholas?
Oh yeah.
So super cool, and I'm excited to bring Watching Paint Dry back. I feel a little empty. We haven't been playing it.
Yeah, Riddles.
G.I. Joe.
Riddles, the Blades in the Dark Coffin
here.
is dope. It looks so
Oh.
good.
Oh yes,
It looks
Oh, yes.
so good, dude.
This is the one you're talking about, Kilo Squad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought about
it's-
getting one of these and printing the Aliens Streamloot deck and putting it in it and doing it as a giveaway. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, so like there's the whole bunch of stuff. Let me see if I can find the Blade ones. I'm excited for you to paint this.
God.
That's cool. I haven't
Oh,
seen
that's
that
neat.
foil one. That's pretty cool looking. That's Elderwood. Oh yeah, we know this one.
Riddles, because you
Oh, that
actually
one.
do some cool shit to put on your site. This is
There it is.
terrible.
Boom.
Oh, it's so good. Bruh.
We have a new Blades in the Dark show in the works already.
It looks so good, man. Well done. Feck off, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, man. It's super cool. I'm
I
still
love the
sad I
coffins
wasn't.
from Cryptic. They're so
Yeah.
good. So yeah, so that's all the stuff that I have to say about the OGL. Other than I can't announce other things yet. I'm not allowed, but I'm super excited. I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to talk about, but I can't. So I can't even say why or how or anything. It's not public knowledge, but I think it's awesome that a bunch of companies told them to F off and that the fans told them to also fuck off. So I'm excited for all that, and I'm hoping we see amazing stuff. I hope Paizo grows again. They deserve it. Like everything comes and goes. I'm glad they stuck around through all this. Like they haven't been as popular with PF2, and they knew they weren't going to be, because anytime you make a new system, it's scary. And then they had their scare over all the stuff that was proven untrue. They had to go through bad press, which was just BS, absolute bullshit. So I'm excited.
I will say, I think it's really funny because you were telling, I haven't looked at any of the 1D&D shit.
I know all that.
But you were telling me that it's starting to look a lot like PF2.
Oh yes.
And
yes.
I think it's hilarious because PF2 is a lot like what we thought 4th edition was going to look like.
It's very
because
similar.
of this game.
Yeah, it's very similar. That's not false. What are you getting green light for? What are we gonna do with that right now, AW?
He just does it. He plays red light, green light when the card's not active.
Yeah, I figured it out. He has got to pay his points on something. So I think it's awesome. And we'll see how clusterfucky this gets.
Give me 2 seconds. My wife is leaving.
Bye, lady.
Eric says hi.
No, I didn't say that. I said bye. So since he won't zoom to me on a solo screen, I'm just going to do it for you guys here. So how are you guys? You should mute your mic, Drew, before you walk away. That's how stuff works.
I couldn't hear what you were saying. What?
You should mute your mic when you walk away.
Nah.
So
hi, bye, Tony.
Hi.
Yes, he says hi.
Hello. So yeah. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Drive safe. I love you.
Nothing else I can say publicly. Is there any other things you want to talk about for OGL, Drew? Or questions of things that I can say legally?
Things you can say legally. I just I don't, and I don't have.
So you don't understand corporate.
No. I have my I have much less of a finger on the pulse than you do. Televol's Tuesday Secrets.
Oh, okay. So here's Tuesday's Secrets. No,
no. I'm curious if they're going to survive.
Oh yeah. So here I'll do a name drop. So Jenny D was one of the people who were big content creator who does all this stuff for D&D. As soon as this happens, they started talking about blah blah blah, and then now they're back on the D&D train. Overnight, paycheck comes in, you do what paycheck says. That's my belief on that. I can't confirm that it's a paycheck reason, but people are accepting their apology. My thing is you still broke my nose. Don't come near me. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what I was getting at with with knowing this has happened before, because you know me, I'm normally a very forgiving person. Like
I'm not.
I know you're not. Like that's our yin yang that we have going. But like
shit.
it is it's very hard for me to like, oh cool, like they did the redemption, like they pulled it all together, and then for you to do the exact same shit again. Like you want to believe people when they apologize. You want to believe that like they mean it, but like
yeah.
And I mean, you said it, like abusive relationship, like it is
lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. Call it as you see it, man. It's not good. I just
don't cut off your nose to Spider Face.
In spite of your face.
No, he wrote Spider to Spider Face.
So have you seen this?
Wait, I cast no.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite TikToks in the last couple of days. This is important. Every GM should have this in their arsenal. Yeah. I muted it because of the music. I don't want you to get in trouble. I want omnipotence.
Yeah, man.
Ask the DM to switch seats. Congrats, you're now the game master. You want an omnipotence, bitch? Here you go.
That's amazing.
That is a Frank House move if I've ever seen one. I
That's
100%
amazing.
would do that. I 100% would do that. So, yeah,
Goddamn.
man. OGL, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So, I'll just keep making what I make and do what I do and run games and make accessories. If you want to be successful in the tabletop industry, let me tell you what you don't do. You don't make rule systems unless you're one of the top 5 dogs. Instead, make accessories because there's more players than there are GMs.
Mm-hmm.
End of statement. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's unless it's a passion project for you and you're full time with a different company and you're financially stable, just don't do it, man, because it's a really hard audience. Because it's so easy to follow the most popular thing because everyone's playing it, and all you want to do is play games. And you can't play games if you're not playing the game everyone's playing. So everyone plays D&D, so you play D&D even if you don't like D&D. That was the story. I'm old, but that was the story growing up. We'd sit down to play. Like, all right, everybody, we're playing second edition D&D. And I'm like, can't we play Shadowrun or something? No, we're playing second edition D&D. We play Shadowrun and Mech Warrior in the winter. I live in Michigan. It's winter all the time. It's winter now. Why are we playing D&D? Could never play anything with D&D. So I remember those days, but now you got virtual tabletops and you can play things like G.I. Joe, which is what Riddles has been playing lately.
Yeah, I saw that. That's nuts. I'm playing Delta Green today for the first time.
Delta Green is fantastic, man.
I've never had a chance to play it before, but I'm super stoked.
Who's running it for you?
It's my buddy Andrew. He's OG in the chat. I don't think he's here today. But yeah, we're playing till 9. So Spooky Games is gonna be a little late tonight because we're playing like 6 to 9, I think. But yeah, I'm excited playing an investigator.
I do have something to announce for 4 p.m. today. Cypher Unlimited. Speaking of Cypher games, Cypher Unlimited is doing a AMA for like 4 hours.
This is Monty Cook's game. This is
Monty Cook games.
This is Monty Cook games
on Sunday. No, sorry, today at 4. And they have interviews with like the new designer they brought on board, Sean K. Reynolds. Like they're bringing everybody on because when this blew up, speaking of good things that happened, this blew up. They went up to like 1,500 subs on YouTube overnight. They are at 5,000 people on their Discord server, people who play Cypher. That blew up, I think, almost 800 people overnight. They're the official Discord for Monty Cook Games. 3 amazing guys that run stuff. And so today they're doing a huge AMA with a bunch of giveaways, a shit ton. So if you're looking for a chance to like win a Cypher book or a product, I would say go check out Cypher Unlimited on Twitch today. I think, like I said, I think it starts at 4. I don't think they're on yet. I'll double check it while we're talking. But yeah, man, there are a lot of other companies out there. Play other games. Stop playing the same thing. Play some other stuff. There's a reason we switched everything that we played over and over again for Norse Foundry when I was over there.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many we played what?
We played Cyberpunk Red. We played Alien, Blades in the Dark, and then Cypher System.
I feel like we're missing one.
Well, I mean, that's what you ran, and then Allie ran.
She played Bloodlines of Black Magic. And
Bloodlines of Black Magic.
Cypher, and we played a game of D&D.
Yeah.
So like, and then I got to run my own setting. I got to run Warpaint for it, which is wild. That may come back at some point on my channel because that game is super fun and
D&D,
wild, and
don't
everyone likes a
fuck.
press conference.
Right? And I
Yeah, every game's like that, Riddles. I think every table, there's a group of people at the table, or one or two are like, this rule doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like it. And you just errata it. It's your game. Who gives a shit? When I run games for live streams, I don't follow all the rules, and you shouldn't either. Like, if your group thinks that this is a better rule, don't do it. Like, passive stealth isn't in D&D 5e, but I love it.
Mhm.
Yeah, mine are somewhere. Oh, here they are. Oh, they're dusty. See, I got them too. So,
Oh, sorry. Sorry. You said the words, and I immediately went, shit, where are my glasses?
So, like, oh, right. I'm just saying, Riddles, like, we all get to change rules because we don't like something that's in it. There's nothing wrong with that stuff. I'm excited for a couple of things. I want to run Blade Runner really bad. Really, really bad. I have a story arc for it, and I want to stream it because I'll just use the Alien Fugitive ones we have,
Mhm.
recolor the displays, make a new logo for it, and I want to run Blade Runner, like as Blade Runner. And I want to run it as a 2-person duo investigator group, and have guest stars play on every episode and play the person that is in question. Like think of Columbo,
God.
right? And I want to run it that way so we can just have a guest star come in, be there, and they're the person in question, and run it as Blade Runner. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And then I played it at, I think it was Gamehole Con with Kelly. Sean from Gaming MBS ran it. And the first thing I thought when I had all the cards in my hand and stuff for the game is I want to go get some old, like at a garage sale or thrift show, like a shitty, like old leather wallets. And I want to put a badge in it, and I want to put their cards in it and hand it to them like their character sheet.
Dope.
So I really want to run it. I think I'd run a hell of a fun Blade Runner. I love mystery and investigation. My only rule is Kelly can't play. When Kelly and I sat down for the Gamehole Con game, we both looked at each other in the first 15 minutes. We're like, we know who it is. Like we were
Sir.
in it.
Sir. Kelly, I miss you so goddamn much.
We were in it. Like Sean looked at us, and her and I were like, well, let's solve this case. It was cool. Like their chase scene mechanic is the thing I think that stood out the most for me because there's cards. And we had like cultists show up and like slow down the people we were chasing. There's like cultists fall out in the street, like shouting about how, replicants are evil.
Oh,
It was
God.
so fun. It was so fun. So that I want to run a more board game because I want to start up Corpse Talk, my interview show, and then the new Dragonbane game from Free League looks fucking amazing.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's like a throwback to second edition. It was the D&D for, correct me if I'm wrong, Riddles and Scott. It was the D&D for, was it Finland? Norway? Fuck, I can't remember. It was like their D&D. It's like a really old 80s game. And they redid it and brought it back. But the cover for one of the pictures that they were showing for everything literally is fantasy Darkwing Duck. Like the Mallard Strikes at Night. Like it's ridiculous. I'm so excited for that to come out. Yeah, Dragonbane. Yeah, that's and they have a playtest out, but it's like the real name for it is like Drak Ok Demar, whatever dragon is in Finnish. I think that's the right word. Scandinavia.
1982. Holy
yeah,
shit.
so it was like their D&D. Like here. So this is their.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. There he is. Boom. Darkwing Duck. What's up? As Darkwing Duck. 100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it looks super fun. The rules seem pretty simple. They have a quick start in English. The book, because it's free league, they're already like, yo, here's what you're getting. We're almost done. We don't fuck around. Like, here's your shit. Here's everything. Did you think this was not done? You're wrong. Here's the rest of it. Like, that's just how they are. Like, the cardboard standees look super cool. Let me just for a second talk about, while I enjoy miniature games and I enjoy miniatures at my table and painting them is fun and I am buried under plastic. Todd started making paper minis for Paizo back in the day, and I cut out my first set. And Todd, you might remember who this is, but there was a dude who was like making all the standee cardboard cutouts, and they were gorgeous. He was like black outlining them and just crushing it when he was making them. I cannot remember the guy's name. They were really nice. And then Arclight made the transparent ones. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of the transparent ones, and they're okay.
Oh, Arknight? Yeah.
Yeah, but the front and back paper ones, I actually really enjoy, because you can make one of these in 5 minutes, put it together, and have a standee for your game. If you destroy them, you don't feel bad. You can take them off the stands and throw them all in a box. They travel well. And I know this is going to sound weird. And I know some people want to be immersed into the tabletop game as much as possible by minis and stuff. For some reason, the art in a paper miniature brings me more into a TTRPG than a painted mini. Because for me, my brain sees mini and still thinks like 40K Warhammer.
Right. Whereas this, you're like, oh, it's the DMG. It's
a DMG. It's the art. It's bringing me into what I'm doing. I love it. So I love paper minis. I'm actually really excited that they're doing the cardboard ones. Some people aren't. I think it's great. But this is the other thing that I'm currently looking at. I'm thinking about switching to Foundry.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah. So when I run streams, we've been running into some issues with having to run 2 Roll20s because it is such a hog to run the VTTE on 2 browsers. We've been running into some issues when I run animated backgrounds, which is ridiculous. It's literally just a video playing. It's a WebM that is under 15 megs, and for some reason Google just hates it. Like when I was running our Pathfinder my Patreon,
man,
I had to reboot the entire computer. It was just choking. It said I had like 19 tabs open and there was 3.
Yep.
And it was using 93% of my CPU. I was like, I'm sorry.
That's
this
dumb.
isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for this. And then Mork Borg just announced that they're doing a new. That's the problem though, AW. I have so many people who jump in and out that is the reason I don't want to do Foundry. And I have so many assets on Roll20. If thus there's a way to transport my tables over, it's like
Just
switching phones. It just doesn't seem like a smart idea.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I know that someone mentioned Mork Borg. Riddles, you need a Mork Borg copy. They are doing another expansion. Did you see that? Mork Borg is doing another one. They just announced
I'm excited for to finally play Pirate Borg. I haven't had a chance to, but
I played that 2 weeks ago.
My buddy Tyler, his brother is the one, Limitron, the guy who does some of the maps. He did a whole he was sweating about the whole OGL thing because he had just gotten done making a 5e conversion for Mork Borg with all the monsters and stuff. He was like, we just made this. If I can't sell this, what the fuck? But they just are they're just getting their hard copies shipped now. They're fucking gorgeous. I still need to get one from him.
Every Kickstarter for a Mork Borg game, they nail the feel every single. This isn't Mork Borg. This is just a compatible. They just nail it. Nail it. Look at this. Crushing.
How many days are left on that?
This is a random 12 days to go.
12 days to go.
25,000. I have never heard of this company. They might be a company that's been around, but I've never heard of them.
Huh.
And if you just type in Mork, you just get people making Mork Borg compatible stuff, man.
That's awesome.
And it's amazing. And then they just announced that they're doing a new one as well. If you go to Free League, I think that they announced it in their website as well, that there's a new Mork Borg piece coming out. I think it was in their blog. Maybe in
Yeah,
blog.
Riddles, but at this point, I don't think anybody wants to. And if you do, that's your own fucking fault.
You know what? Some people will make it, but I'll be honest, there wasn't a lot of people. Remember when PF1 came out and everybody was making PF1 stuff? Just nonstop. Well, we're kind of getting back to that. Everyone's making stuff for PF1 again. I think it's under news. And I'm in their review group, so I get all their stuff, their review. Here it is. Icon. Pre-order Mork Borg Icon today. Get early PDF access ahead of release day. Boom.
What?
Yeah. Here's the video. This is for the original one, I think.
Yeah, it's Doom Dice.
Yeah. There's a reason I'm using this for Corpse Talk.
Yeah.
At Gen Con, I interviewed them during the charity stream last year and told them what I wanted to do, and they just gave me an unlocked copy of the book and said, "Do what you want."
Ah!
I was like,
That's
"I'm sorry,
awesome.
what?" They're like, "Yeah, man, all this artwork is old medieval and Renaissance art that we just drew over top of." I was like, "That's a great idea."
Oh, so speaking of paper minis, so I'm doing the fights again for She Kills Monsters down at Long Beach Playhouse.
Yep.
And before we did it, we just had like the characters dressed up as different things, but we're doing puppetry in this.
Oh, really?
And the first monsters you see are like 2x3 pieces of Luon with kobolds painted on them,
Oh my god!
like paper minis.
Do you have
And
any
how
pictures
it's
of it?
no, not yet. They're still being made, but like
Oh, okay.
as it gets deeper into the show, as her immersion in the game gets better, so do the monsters.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Tiamat is a fucking dragon puppet.
Is it fun?
It's gonna be awesome. Like,
Did they do this last time? Because this isn't the
No.
first. They did this pre-COVID, right? And had to shut it down because of COVID.
yeah, well, yeah, so it's the same director, different venue, different cast. Well, there's some overlap, like me and a couple of the characters. But like before, like we didn't have any puppets. It was just like
You're just staging though. You're not in this one, right?
No. Yeah, I'm just doing the fights for it. But we blocked the first phase of the Tiamat fight last night, and it's like if we're able to pull it off, it's gonna look fucking awesome. But like it moves into like the second set of monsters are bugbears, and those are like full size Luon, but instead of being on the square placard, they're cut out.
So they like move and stuff.
Yeah, but it's just like you know those old things at the supermarket that were just like the dancing signs on things where you can take coupons out of. It's like that. So they're just like the fucking gelatinous cube is it turns into something else, but it starts out and it's 3 shower curtains. It's green and this whole thing, and it's made on a PVC flexible frame, so the whole thing just fucking jiggles. I'm super excited for it.
That sounds super cool, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked. It opens at the end of February, so.
Are you how long is it running for?
Pretty much all through March. It's I don't have the schedule here in front of me, but it's like I think it's like 4 or 5 weekends.
I don't know if I'll be out there before. I do have to come out there for a gig here sometime this year, so. But
I know,
man.
Dark. I'm sorry. Dark was out for a week, and she came to the rehearsals with me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Last
I forgot
Wednesday.
she was in town. So yeah, this is the world I live in. My world is about ready to be filled with more of this tabletop nonsense. I didn't even know it was possible. You all right over there?
Yeah.
Your dog's barking? I
Yes, it's Abby.
Yep.
Send me a video of it. So here's the thing. I'm gonna see. I don't know how it will work logistics wise, but I'm gonna see if we can do a performance that's streamed.
Why not?
Because I mean it's not a union house, so it wouldn't matter. But like at when I was doing stuff for South Coast Rep, like they were, because of COVID, they were doing like streamed performances of it. But because it's an equity house, there was a bunch of crossover bullshit with SAG because like no, you're on stage. If you put it on screen, that's our jurisdiction.
Unless they have Twitch in that, I don't know if that's true.
Well, no. It was literally because it was a union house. This isn't a union house, so I'm gonna talk to the director and see if we can pull
be
it
dope.
off and make it happen. Yeah.
I mean, all
It'd
you
be
would need is one camera with a feed.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the really good, like not even really good, just like the $1,500 DSLRs, you can pipe them with a Bluetooth plug-in or a wireless plug-in back.
Mhm.
I would hardwire it personally. All you need
Yeah.
is one computer with a starting soon screen,
Mm-hmm.
a full frame, and then an end. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. Just run off a laptop.
And then if you wanted to help raise money for it, you could say you could do Twitch only for that day and make it subscribe to watch.
I don't know if they don't have a Twitch channel or anything like that, but I was thinking
Do it
like,
on yours.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we could do it on mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. We'll see.
That's easy to set up. Really easy. That'd be dope. That'd
Yeah.
be super dope. I'd like to see it. I know you talked about it when you guys were doing it before, and it sounded awesome. This sounds like they even leveled it up a little bit more. So
Yeah, like so all the heads, like they're doing one main head, but for the other four for Takesis, they're all arm puppets, and that's the dragon head and neck. But like they're super cool. Like they're out of cut cardboard. They're gonna like we're looking to try and put like canned air inside the heads to give them breath weapons and light them up with LEDs.
oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, if we're able to pull all the stops out like we want, it's gonna be super cool. Oh my god.
You said you needed a dragon. He was bored.
I like that he has one eye and a tooth coming out of the socket.
Yep. No. It's separate.
Yeah. It's like,
Socket-
how do you lose the
socket's
eye?
just scarred.
How do you lose the eye? He smiled.
Yeah, I had fun building this with them. I told them I want to make a beholder, and they're like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "Yeah." So that's something I would like to do. But yeah, how you doing, little buddy? Yeah, it was super fun making it. I was covered in white fur because I had to shave it.
Oh, and,
It's
yeah,
just-
cut it afterwards. Yeah.
That was hilarious. Yeah, I had fun making them. It was super cool. Those
All
guys
the
are
actors
great.
are nerds. They're all great. Yeah. No, they absolutely are. They absolutely
Perception
are.
Studios is an amazing group of individuals. Amazing group of individuals.
Oh,
Well, what else you
God.
got, Drew?
I
Any
think.
questions? Anything else I can answer? I'm gonna blow my nose.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. Chat, do you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions about what anything we didn't cover?
I really wanted to talk about movies today. That was his goal. Have you seen the Friday Night at Freddy's? No. Actually, I haven't seen it. I did know they were going to do one though. I feel like
Yeah, no, I heard about it. I can't remember what
Under
the
eyes.
I haven't seen the Nicolas Cage one. I can't remember what it
That was
is.
fun. I enjoyed that. I watched it. He doesn't have a lot of dialogue in it.
Oh, look
I
at
want to
that.
see the one with him playing the vampire. That looks up.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That and I didn't see the one
Renfield.
with him and the Mandalorian. The name is eluding me right now. Pedro Pascal. I didn't see that one yet either.
Yeah,
I heard it's funny. I can't remember the name of it.
it's unbearable weight of massive talent.
Yeah. So I mean, you can rent it in some places.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I really wanted to see Pig, but I haven't had a chance to yet.
Will you Will you be deleting the VOD of today's show after all the hot takes? No.
Willy's Wonderland. That's what it's called. That's the Five Nights at
Yeah, it
Freddy's
was
ones.
okay. It's all right. I didn't see this clip. What is it? Oh, the serious business. Nah,
What is this?
It's me sticking my tongue out when I zoomed in.
Oh,
It's like serious business. I'm not a Friday Night at Freddy's fan. I mean, the concept's cool, but see, I had Major Magics growing up, and Major Magics makes your Chuck E. Cheese look like a normal place. Major Magics is horror. You can go look at the animatronic puppets. Someone bought it. They're rehabbing and rebuilding the animatronic puppets right now.
Kelly's
So
salty.
first
That
off,
is a
Super Troopers
very
is-
hot take.
Super Troopers is amazing.
Yeah.
I do not like Young Frankenstein.
Oh, I love it. It's my favorite Mel Brooks movie.
No, absolutely not the favorite. Apparently, you never watched Spaceballs.
Yeah, no, you're right. Spaceballs is better.
You can shove that directly up your ass.
Young Frankenstein's my second favorite.
I'm not a fan of it. I just rewatched it. I shouldn't say a few years ago, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. But I didn't enjoy it, and I still don't. I tried. Like I know Serving Hands loves that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
She was
yeah, you
actually
three were
we were
watching it.
at Katie's house, and she was talking about
That makes
like
sense.
who's Mel Brooks, and Katie and I were like,
You didn't
What?
watch Spaceballs? Fuck both of you.
well, she had seen Spaceballs.
Oh, that's all she needs to see. There's nothing else.
But
to
she
do.
didn't realize it was Mel Brooks. She's like, yeah, she's like,
There's
okay,
nothing
no,
else.
I know who it is.
Dark,
I've seen
dark,
Blazing
dark.
Saddles. I've seen Spaceballs.
Dark.
Like, okay, but
Dark.
you haven't seen Young
Blazing-
Frankenstein.
Blazing Saddles. That did not age well. But
No,
Dark,
no, it did not.
Dark. I mean, I still think it's funny, but I know the time period it's made in, and you just keep that in your head the whole time instead of being sensitive about it. You saw Spaceballs. That's all you need to see. Don't worry about anything else.
But yeah, Super Troopers is
Mm-hmm.
so good. We were-
Did you not like the movies, Dark? Because you were forced to watch them. You said forced. Did you not like Super Troopers? So if so, I want you to follow me. If this is your mouse, I want you to go like this until you hit that little X in the corner, and then click.
Just not a movie person. That's fair.
What up? What up? What do you watch? Or
Which?
did you tell me? For God, if you tell me I'm a YouTube person, literally upper corner, just fucking click that.
Nothing.
What do you watch? Do you just
She
read
wa-
books? What do you?
She watches
do?
this.
What do you do?
She bakes.
Dark? You're a baker?
A lot of baking.
You don't watch this television. Do you own a TV? Did you grow up in a house with no TV? That would actually explain a lot of this. I have a couple friends that grew up in a house with no TV. One of them is a serial killer, but
I read, play
you-
games, bake.
no shit. You do own a
Do-
TV though, okay. I'm just curious if you grew up with one because 3 people I know did not have TVs growing up. One got one when they were like 16, 17. I had a lot of friends that were allowed to have TVs in their room. And then, because, it was going to like rot your brain. Even though all your family did was sit down and watch TV together.
Fuck is so Miss California.
Dark, that's called a coping mechanism. I do it too. I ignore people all the time. Not as much
true.
as Drew ignores Discord, though. Not as much as Drew ignores Discord. That's
He's not wrong.
unparalleled amount of ignoring. Yeah, okay. I was just curious. I'm still judging you, though. But I was curious.
Do I want to work on 911 Lone Star? Absolutely not.
Jake, I will yuck all the yum I want. It's a one-way street.
That is.
No, I just didn't know she didn't watch movies. I knew she played games and stuff, so it usually goes hand in hand. Do you know that I was talking to one of Jen's friends. They dropped all their cable subscriptions, right? Like all the cable's gone and everything else. They saw the Netflix thing and they dropped their Netflix subscription. Like immediately, they're like, "Fuck you! I'm not paying for this because they just raised it. It's like $20-something for Netflix now, right?" They dropped that. I'm like, "What do you have left?" They're like, "Well, I have all the other ones. They're like $5, $3, things like that." I'm like, "So what are you gonna do? Like, are you gonna go back to reading books full time?" Like, that's a really good idea. As we're talking to them, they canceled every single sub that they had. And then they took the money from that month and went to a half price bookstore and just bought a bunch of books. I'm not even fucking kidding.
That's
While
dope.
we're on the phone, there's like click, 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 click. I'll watch what I want on YouTube or I'll steal it. Fuck these people. I was like, how much did you just save? They're like, with cable dropped and just keeping internet, like $400. But I mean, think about it though. Like my cable, the only reason we have cable in this house is so Jen can watch sports. Or we would not have it.
I haven't had cable.
HGTV is on HBO now. I don't fucking need cable. Jen can watch that. You know what I mean? Like, that's her favorite thing to watch. There'll be a cooking show on, or there will be some home repair show on 80% of the time. If it's baseball season, it flops. 80% of it's baseball, and the other 20% is those two things. Like, nonstop. She's always like, "Do you want to watch TV?" I'm like, "Is it sports?" She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No. I don't want to watch it. Is it boxing? No? Okay, I'm out." I'm like, I don't give a shit. It's fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. Todd and I for years stole all of our borrowed our shows online. Until they got rid of Let Me Watch This, which was the best thing of all time. When that was out, and then that site, Todd, that had all the Marvel or all the comics in the world. It was like a library of comics. I never did. No, we didn't. I never did. Okay. I don't know who you're dodging. When there's that site is gone, man. You showed it to me. Last of Us is fantastic. We could talk about the third episode, but I don't think Drew's seen it yet.
No, I haven't. I haven't watched it yet at all.
That's gonna win. That's gonna win. Like, what is the award called for like the best TV episode? There's an award for the best TV
Emmys
of the year. No, but like that category, like the best episode, like single episode of TV. There's an award for it. They're taking it. There's no fucking way that doesn't win.
Oh, so
yeah.
A couple of years ago, I don't know if you remember me telling you about this. We did a Thief fan film.
No.
It's almost done. Because apparently, like, they lost it for a while and they found it again, and now they're finishing it up.
The footage?
Yeah, like they lost the fucking hard drive because COVID.
No, I know where all my hard drives are.
Well, you're also not a movie maker, so you don't have like 40 of them.
I have 20 easily. Stream, had to download. I have a lot. I have the entire North South collection on a hard drive.
Really? Do you have most of the season 1 of
That's why
Cyberpunk Red?
Because that fucked up. From then on out, downloaded everything.
God damn it.
Some magical moments in that season. I'd like to go back to Cyberpunk too. I love Cyberpunk. I'm waiting for did you see they showcased the new Cyberpunk book?
No.
Yeah, so we're getting the cyberware one.
Oh, nice.
And it's like they have like the hand in it. I think that's what they showed, like the new cyber hand. But we're getting a full Cyberpunk book, which is dope. RTG and open gaming plus the Black Chrome Sneak Peek Mark II. Look at that thing. Yes, that's 2 thumbs.
2 thumbs and 6 fingers.
Of course, none of this is exciting as the return of is it Dignarls? I don't know. Cyberfinger line. When it comes to Cyberfingers, you'll need either a boring normal 5 fingers or the modular 5-fingered or the modular fingered cyber hand or the revolutionary new 8-fingered. It has an air hypo finger, a ballpoint finger, a bullet storage finger, a dart gun, a flashlight, a homing tracer, a laser pointer, a lighter, a lockpick, a microphone, a mini air supply, a one-shot special cyber finger, spray paint, squirt, standard, and wire cutter scissor cyber finger. It is the utility knife of hands. Collect them all. I am so excited for this.
2 thumbs and 6 fingers. Is this AI art? Oh, Cyberpunk would be cool as a TTRPG. It is. It is, Dark. That's what we played as the first season on. Does it have a robot water finger?
She might not be there for the first season. She might actually not have been there for that.
Yeah, Cyberpunk was originally a TTRPG. And then Artel Sorian updated it for Cyberpunk
Yeah.
Red.
I have the original sleeve on mine. The dragon sleeves from Chessex.
Oh, that's right. Damn it. Yeah, I'm sad I didn't pick one of those up.
Yeah. There's a ton of them in there. They even had Dragonlance ones. I wish I would have got the Dragonlance one. I forgot. They have one with, I think it was the one with Tasselhoff and the twins on it. I think that was what was on the Dragonlance one. It was
Oh,
black and
cool.
white. Or no, that was the gray one or blue. It was blue and silver. That's the blue and silver one that they had.
Have
But
you
I
made
wish I'd
mead
picked it.
yet? You will be playing Valheim soon. No, I have not. Have not made a mead. Dude, have you played any of the Altered Carbon RPG?
Yeah. It's all right.
Haven't played it yet.
My answer would be just run Cyberpunk. It's not bad. It's just not. I don't think it's great.
Mhm.
Which is a shame because I really love the first season. I did not like the extra couple seasons. The story arcs were a little weird.
I still need to finish it.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, I know that they re-sleeve. Like, I was 100% fine with the cast change. Like, I get it. Like, I was hoping we get another season so they would go to the original sleeve, which is the
Mhm.
guy you see in the first one.
Yeah.
Because that actor's amazing. And I would love to have seen him come back and play the role. But Altered Carbon's awesome. If you want to play an Altered Carbon game, just play Eclipse Phase.
True.
And the new Eclipse Phase is fantastic. Kelly and I love it.
No, Jax, haven't played the remastered Dead Space yet.
Oh, that is on my list. That is
I never
Dead Space changed the horror genre to me for video games.
I
It
haven't
wasn't Resident Evil.
I still haven't played the original ones. So I was
No, the
going
remastered is. Don't no. Just play the remaster. Just skip.
Yeah,
it.
no, that's
Just play
that's
the
my plan. But the next
okay.
game that I'm picking up and playing is God of War Ragnarok.
I mean, when it comes out on PC, I will. It's not on PC. It's only on PlayStation. I'm not going to play it on a PS4.
Well, we don't have a PS5, so that's my only option.
Just wait a year. It'll be on PC, and you can play it on PC, and it'll look great. And by then, all the bugs will be fixed, and the DLC will be out.
Fair. I just don't want to wait. I want to play it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it
Drew,
runs.
you ever
really well
want to
on
play
PS4,
7
though.
Days to Die with Kippy and I? Your wife has me set on picking up Valhalla. Yeah.
Valhalla. What's that?
Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Oh,
Valhalla was so fun. My first Assassin's Creed game.
It's pretty. It's very pretty. I do love snow games.
Did I hear 7 days? Dark. Yes. That reminds me. We need to make a channel in the Discord so that you can put your server info on it so we can get people on your server.
Well, anyway, got anything else? Because I have
Yeah.
some stuff I have to do for a group. Can't really say anything else.
Yeah, no, you're good, dude. Thanks for coming on and
Yeah, of course.
and chatting.
Bottom line, Don't fall victim to OGL.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ.
Fucking idiots.
Bite the hand that feeds you, but cut it off first and boil it.
Yeah. Oh, that's yes. You need to play Evil Dead. We need to do an Evil Dead night. You really Ghostbuster got an update today
Ooh.
with a new map. I've been asking you to play Ghostbusters for a month, but you keep playing shitty games. 2,
Ghost Watchers isn't shitty. I have a lot of fun with that game. Also, there's cards for it. I don't have any cards for Ghostbusters.
that's your fault.
Do you have any cards for Ghostbusters?
Why do I have to do your job?
You don't. I'm just asking if you did.
No, but I do have a way to share cards between Streamloot accounts.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm currently working on a deck for Valheim. Ghost Watchers is shitty. You don't like it?
No, it's horrible.
Jake, I love you very much.
But the new Ghostbusters has a new map as of today, along with you can update the firehouse too, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
And then we need to play Evil Dead. That game is stupendous.
You have it. I got it.
Dude, that game is amazing. Amazing.
I wouldn't know.
Like
I
the
died.
ghost is the ghost is fun to play in Ghostbusters, but playing a Deadite, it is so good.
So, I don't know if I told you about this. This last thing, then we'll wrap it up. So I recently watched Friday the 13th 1 through 8 because I had never seen them all before, and I'm still on the list because I need to watch Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and then Freddy vs. Jason. Did you know that Will Smith is in part 8?
And part 8 of what?
Friday the 13th. Jason Takes Manhattan.
I feel like I know that. I've watched them all so many times.
That's the song that's playing on the boombox. It's a Will
Prince.
Smith song.
Is it the Saw My Blinker Bitch? Is it that song?
It might be, but when Jason walks up and kicks the boombox over, and they're like, "Whoa!" and he turns around, just takes off his mask, and they're like, "Oh God!" and then runs away. And he puts it back on and turns around and goes. It's a Will Smith song. I was like, "Holy shit, that's amazing!" Drew's roots are showing. He may live in California, but he's doing a Midwest goodbye. That's the only goodbyes I do, Todd.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I'm the same way. All right, well, that is it for me, everybody. I gotta go get stuff done. Cypher Unlimited started. I'm gonna hop over there and say hi to all of them as they're hunting and pecking through.
Oh shit! Let's raid them then. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Bum. Let's see here.
Cypher Unlimited.
You put it in the chat, and I followed him so I could do this when it came on. Wait, are they on? It says they're offline right now.
No, are they? It says it should be. Is it not started?
D&D, those are artifacts.
Well, I guess they're not on yet. Huh. Well, it was supposed to be on by now.
Is it 4 p.m. your time? They were going on?
No, that was their time. He's East Coast. I will message him. Oh, you can't rate him, so that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck it.
Because he's not on. I'm checking the Discord chat. Announcements. Yeah, I'll look at it. Their announcements. I don't see it. I don't see the when it starts. Thursday, February 2nd at 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
It doesn't have a time zone in it, but I think it's right now.
But they're not on. So how can it be right meow?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just telling you what's they're doing, man. I don't know. Yeah, it says they're supposed to be on. I don't.
5:30 EST. Yes, it is. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that should be on. I mean, I guess maybe they meant your time, which would be really weird because they're East Coast and they never do any of their stuff in that time zone. I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess we're not raiding anybody.
Mm.
Well, gang, thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Eric, thanks for being on. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're off next week. We're off next week, everybody. It's the
Yeah.
first week
No
of
shows. Let me do this one more time. Gang, if
YouTube's.
if you haven't followed Eric on Twitch or on his YouTube channel, please do both of those. We're going to be playing. We're playing the Dragonlance game on YouTube, and is the plan to switch everything over right now, or are you still doing EFP stuff on Twitch for
The only time I
Athantia?
think I'm going to be on Twitch is if I'm doing video games.
So we are doing YouTube for Athantia.
I'm pretty sure.
Neat.
It looks too good, man.
Yeah.
And I'm adding Atom to what I have, so that we're gonna be able to have a little more interaction. And I can tell you in the background that I know some things are coming to YouTube that people are asking for, so I'm really not worried about it. It looks better, and they're both. One's a red devil, one's a purple devil. It just happens that the red devil pays and the purple devil takes. So I'm gonna stay with the red devil over the purple one. I will say for February. Riddles is in chat while to talk. There is a chance that next Thursday we may start our Watching Paint Dry because there's only 4 Thursdays and one of them is today. And I would like to give 3 Thursdays for Watching Paint Dry. So we may start that next Thursday. And then we'll start our 2 live shows, the 12th and the 13th for Dragonlance, because it's a weird, I don't know if you
13th and
but it's
14th.
a weird, 13th and 14th. Sorry. It's a weird month because like, half the month is chopped off. There's less days this month. So I think we may, if Riddles wants to, start next week. If not, we'll do.
Yes, that's Valentine's Day, so wrap up your romance by 7:30 CST, please. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, just do it a different day of the week. And I might
all
be
right.
on, there's a chance I'm on double duty on that Monday too, as a heads up.
Double duty.
Yep, 2 shows. I might have 2 shows that Monday. That's all I'll say.
Oh. Okay.
I might have 2 shows that Monday. So you might get a double dose of me. I won't be tired.
You're always tired. You don't ever sleep.
I'm going to go take a nap right after this. That's what's going to happen.
Sweet. Well, go do that, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. All right, gang. Thanks for hanging out. We will we'll see you tonight, 9 o'clock for Spooky Games. Maybe we'll play some Ghostbusters. Eric is doing very lewd things in the background.
My dick is put away.
For now. All right. Love you all. Peace.
Let me know when you're off.
Yeah,
You
we're
off?
No. We're definitely still
You
on.
off yet? How about now? Are we done yet, Drew? I hope everyone can hear me. Are you done yet?
No.
the
Yes,
button.
we're done yet, but
It's
will
the
you shut up?
end button. Hit the end button.
I hit the end button. I was trying to do. Just go away.
It's really easy.
Oh my God.
You just gotta hit the end button.